Yeah, hi peeps, it's Tersse back in our squat box again, and I'm bringing you one of Terse's mind facts, the British are having such a hard time with Europe, you know what I mean? Basically because we're an island, we're offshore, we're not really part of Europe, you know what I mean? So here's my mind fact, maybe we could do a deal with Europe, maybe we could, not sort of push for a big freeze from the 2011 point of view of the money that we put into Europe. Maybe we could have a freeze at 2013 or 2014. We can go another year without having a freeze on the money we put into Europe. But we would have to get something back for that. I mean, we would have to get something back that would actually make us feel a real part of Europe. And so here's my mind fact. What about if France was to give us the Alsace region of France and declare it a British colony, British territory? And across the border in Germany, I don't know the name of that small area or the large area, but give us a reasonable part of the German nation as well. Cede that to Britain, and make that British territory, and therefore Britain would own a bit of what is now France and a bit is now Germany on the French and German border. So those two areas that used to fight, the Germans and French used to fight for age. If you made it British, then they would all be British and they wouldn't fight. So that would never be a war region ever again in the history of fucking Europe. And Britain would own it, and Britain would feel a real part of Europe. You know what I mean? And maybe Greece could give Britain a couple of its islands. You know what I mean? A couple of the islands off the coast of Greece that are Greece. You could maybe make them British islands, you know what I mean? Just like we own the little bit at the bottom of Spain, you know what I mean? That's British, you know what I mean? We could have a couple of the islands of Greece, be Britain. And what about Italy? Italy could maybe give us that little island that the boot of Italy kicks, you know what I mean? Yeah, okay, we'd have to take in all your reticent fucking, criminal-minded, mafias, you know what I mean? On that island, but Britain could take that island off of Italy, and then Britain would have a real sort of feeling of being part of Europe. You know what I mean? Just a mind fact. So we could have, I don't know, a couple of islands of Greece, Corsica. You know what I mean? From Italy. Alsace, and I don't know what the other one is on the German side. We could have them. The Alsace and the certain regions. You know what I mean? Of France and Germany, make them British. And then Britain would really feel like they're actually part of Europe. That they've really got, they've got a foothold in Europe. They're part of Europe, not just an island off of Europe, not being booked about by the Human Rights League and demanded of lots of money for very little back from Europe, as far as I can see. Maybe they could do that, you know what I mean? And I think if we did that, I think Cameron could even be encouraged not to go for a freeze and to keep paying that extra €100 million into Europe, you know what I mean? And as I say, it would bring us together. The British people and the European people would come together if part of Europe was actually British, So it's just a thing, maybe we could put this in a video and present it at the European Union, if Britain gets Alsace and I don't know, what's that island, the island of Lesbos, Lesbos and another one, in Greece, and the little island at the bottom of Italy that the boots kick in. If Italy gave us that, that'd be Italy with chipping in their little tuppence. The French and the Germans give us those little regional borders around the Alsace region, on each side of the German and French border, gave them to Britain, and of course we keep the little bit we've got at the bottom of Spain at the entrance to the Mediterranean. I think Britain could really go for that. That would make us real Europeans. That would force the British to understand we're really part of Europe. Just a possibility that this could work. I think just give Britain a little bit of a British Empire in Europe, inside Europe, not on the outskirts, not an island offshore, but actually part of Europe. Just a little mind fact for you to think about Europeans. If you actually invited us in as part of Europe, and we got all the benefits of being on the European mainland, you know, and part of the Mediterranean. So, you know, I think we could probably make a deal there, you know. I'd be up for that, you know. And as far as I'm concerned, I mean, if Germany wanted to have, say, the Shetlands, yeah, okay, give Germany the Shetlands, yeah, I'd be up for that, you know. And if France wanted to have, say, the fucking, what do you call it, the islands off the coast of fucking Argentina, you know, I would give them to France, you know. And what could we give the Italians? You know, give the Italians the Isle of Wight. The Italians could have the Isle of Wight, so we'd all be, you know, swapping and changing little bits of each other's countries, and bond is always brothers, you know what I mean? Bond is always brothers. We'd all meet in Europe and have big hugs, you know, big hugs. We're all Europe, big hugs, you know. In fact, we should pass that for Christmas. It'd be a nice Christmas present for all these European countries, just to swap little bits of land with each other, so we all felt as if we were more bonded and intermingled and mixed up, and we're all Europeans, you know what I mean? Oh, I think that'd be a fucking brilliant idea, you know. Anyway, sorry to fucking blah. That's my little mind fart for the fucking evening. You bad motherfuckers.